Welcome back, guys, to Final Fantasy XVI, where last episode, giving Mid the thing she needed to get the Enterprise up and running, we soon found our group fending off a swarm of Sleipnirs as we made our escape by sea, starting to chase Barnabas' Einherja down. On catching up with the ship, Clive boarded it to rescue Jill, while Joshua was forced to fend off Barnabas. That was until our enemy cleaved the sea itself in two, sending his ship to the bottom of the ocean, where Barnabas defeated Clive once again, leading to our icy retreat as we wonder what is next.
The others are safe.
The Enterprise was clear of the gap when we fell. They made it, Jill. And they will have seen the ice, where it led. We need only wait till dawn. This is the second time Barnabas has bested me. I'm powerless against him.
And maybe there really is nothing else for it but to give yourself to his master. Only you won't do that. The Clive I know would never do that.
So you believe? But do you really know me? If what Barnabas said was true, then I'm more monster than man. And each time I summon the flames from within, I burn away the things that make me who I am.
Do you, though? Think of what you've used that power for, of all the people you've saved. It doesn't matter how or by whom it was granted, only how you choose to use it. And you've chosen to use it for good, haven't you?
I've also used it to kill. What if that's my purpose? What if it's all I'm good for?
You're still that same boy I grew up with. Always so eager to save everyone around you, and yet always so alone. Because you failed to realize the one thing that needed saving most of all. You, Clive. You. You never once took the time to save yourself.
Myself? I think I might be beyond saving.
No one is beyond saving, provided they want to be saved. You fight to survive. And you survive so that you may protect those you love. It's what you do. What you've always done. And I know you're not about to change. So I'm going to help you. To give you what you need to protect us all.
Jill. Are you sure? If this is what you want, then...
Don't worry, Clive. It is. This burden, I'll give you the strength to bear it alone.
But I'm not alone. These burdens I carry, my sins, my pain, my sorrow, I see now that they are all a part of me. My life to those I love, and I will gladly bear your burdens too, until my last breath.
Clive.
I promise you, Jill, we will find a way to escape this fate. Find a way to save each other. That we might one day look upon the moon again, together.
And I promise you, Clive, that I will be there, no matter what you must become.
I know. I never thought a smile could bring me so much joy.
What of Barnabas? Do we pursue him?
No. Our paths will cross again soon enough, whether we like it or not. Besides, there is something we must do first.
Of course. Drake's spine. The last Mothercrystal.
The Einherja is at the bottom of the sea. Waloed won't dare move on Storm without her. But they know we're coming now. We'll need a plan. And a damn good one at that.
Then let's go home and find one. Ash will have to wait.
We make our retreat then. We are not stepping out on this continent just yet towards our final Mothercrystal. Touching scenes as they dry their clothes. Getting closer and closer, and now new powers too. But back to the Hideaway, and I'm guessing quite a few side quests before we move on. Seems about that kind of pacing, yeah? And another loss. Damn it. Sometimes there's just people too powerful.
Mid says Odin split the sea in two. She's always been partial to a tall tale. But there's tall, and then there's tall.
I struggle to believe it myself.
I see your uncle isn't with you.
He stayed with the Enterprise. After our brush with the Einherja, she was in urgent need of repair. And my uncle knows a shipwright in Randalar. We're to join him there when we're ready to sail for Ash.
You sure that's wise? Last I heard, the place was still overrun with Akashic.
Show me a city where that isn't true. Ultima's plague is spreading.
We're running out of time, aren't we? We've done our best to shore up that hideaway. But I doubt a few planks will stop what's coming. Still, we'll keep at it. Every little helps, I suppose.
Let's hope so.
So much to do. So many to see. Kind of makes sense that there'd be a lot to go and explore and do at this kind of a point in the game. Clive has claimed a portion of the Icon Shiva's essence. Attuning with Shiva not only changes the elemental aspect of Clive's magic spells, but also allows access to several new iconic abilities such as Ice Age, which forcefully knocks back enemies at great distances. Ability details are found on the Abilities tab in the main menu. So, Shiva's iconic feat Cold Snap can be used to swiftly move left, right, forward, or back to either dodge attacks or close in on an enemy. So, literally, they've given you something that's kind of a replacement for the Fiery Dash. If you want to put it there, which, to be honest, is the slot I'd be more likely to move off at this point in time.
Joshua. Assuming Talia will allow it.
Yeah, so new quests is available nearby, and unlock quests as well. Maybe potion slots. 2 unlock quests. Is that another blacksmith blues? I can find it probably is. Yes, missive quest, 2 unlock quests, and much more. Visit the infirmary is our actual main mission. In terms of the Alliant reports, we have...
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Here you go.
Under new management, Rekindling The Flame II, and oh my goodness, in the Dalmekian Republic, we've got 3 quests. Okay,
Think you can help?
so we have 8 quests. It looks like side content galore is about to be our next act. What do you mean side content? It's all the main quest. Alright, what are we looking at here in terms of abilities? Okay. Slide effortlessly across the ground in any direction. Attacking with circle while sliding can temporarily freeze enemies. Okay. Freeze the ground, allowing Clive to slide swiftly across it. Can be used to dodge incoming enemy attacks. Oh, so it counts as a dodge too. Can be used while sliding to execute a powerful follow-up attack called Frostbite. Enemy stuck with Frostbite will become temporarily frozen. Precisely dodging an enemy attack with Cold Snap freezes all enemies within a radius. This is known as Permafrost. Permafrost duration is determined by the strength of the enemy attacked dodged. Interesting. Mastery increases Permafrost duration. Okay, apart from that, we've got Rhyme. Summons a colossal ice crystal that deals continuous damage to all enemies that become trapped inside it. We've got Mesmerize, launch multiple shards of ice that upon striking lighter enemies draw them toward Clive, can be used in midair. And Ice Age, unleash a river of icicles that greatly knocks back any enemies it strikes, hold button to increase potency. Also, diamond dust. Increases number of ice blasts to 2 and increases hits for each blast as well is the upgrade there. So if we're going to switch in something, it'd probably be off of this. Don't know what to put in its place in certain regards. Still got our dodge and counter, etc. We got a lightning rod still, so we're still going to want that. It's more about the extra attack. We could just go with the big attacks. That's kind of what we tend to use it for, only during staggers. So we got 6,910 points. If I get diamond dust, do I get that or diamond dust? Let's get diamond dust up. And we'll go for that next, maybe? It's amazing that it's 3,000, by the way, when everything else along that line has been quite small. So this has got to be pretty powerful. Just judging on the points alone. So put diamond dust on there. Running out of fire abilities if it wasn't for heat wave. We're going well away from the fire now. Yeah. So that's a thing.
Some lumps, the lot of them. It's a wonder they can still walk.
It's a wonder they made it back at all. I heard Odin was there.
Yeah, Zan Tetsukin is bullcrap. Wait, he's fine. Wait a second, he's not fine. Wait. He didn't come back with us. Said he survived, but we don't know necessarily where he is. Oh no, Joshua's in the infirmaries. What are you saying come back to?
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of papio nuts and all.
I guess he's out.
Oh, what do you expect? Farmers are abandoning their fields and traders their roots. Most of what we have now comes from here in the Hideaway.
Unconscious, I guess. Can ask about the Enterprise now.
Yeah.
Oh, the blight thing float, did it?
The
Oh, wait.
weight of all that shit.
It had me knock out. I thought it'd sink straight to the bottom. Always a way of misadventures, though, isn't it? You ain't got a clue what the hell you're looking at when she hands you the designs, but they all seem to work.
Oh, that one.
Right bull on the ass sometimes, but clever all the same. Clever girl.
Thanks for you, dear.
The ice brand is now available for a small increase in attack. Bright burn and ice shard to that. Yet deep was frostbite, leaving her fell mark upon their skin.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
In terms of other upgrades,
Anything else?
nothing at the moment until I probably do Blacksmith's Blues.
If I painted you black, could you fly me across the lake? Are you even listening?
The amateur Twitcher is more of a pro Twitcher when you think about, like, what the kiddo knows. Right, let's leave the Hideaway and do one of the quests that are randomly further afield, shall we? If they're not locked away. Let's go do the one at Martha's Rest. To end out an episode and end out a session. So much to do. Hello.
Ah, Clive. I was just about to send for you. I'd like you to take something to Sir Wade up in Eastpool. Seeds for planting. Thought it was about time they started growing their own food. I'll keep providing them with whatever they need in the meantime, of course. But if Eastpool's going to survive, it's got to be able to fend for itself. As of those poor bearers. They've lived their whole lives in servitude, but now they're their own masters. Small wonder they ain't got the foggiest how to provide for themselves. So it's up to us to teach them. And if you're wondering why you, well, the Wagoneers taking supplies up that way have been coming back with more and more reports of Akashic around the village of late. Sir Wade's putting a brave face on it, but I think even he's starting to worry. And if he's likely to share those concerns with anyone, it's you.
All right.
Thanks. Wouldn't ask if I didn't have to. There. That should be enough to keep them in Gazal Greens for a few years at least.
Gazal Greens.
Not the most mouth-watering crop, I'll admit. But they're hardy, they grow fast, and they fill a hole. Better that than something that'll wither away at first frost. And chocobos love 'em too, which is no small thing. When I say all of us need to pull together to get Eastpool back on its feet, I mean all of us. They ain't exactly succulent, but cook 'em right, and they're just about bearable.
I'll take your word for it.
Anyway, Sir Wade'll know what to do with them. And if he don't, well, I'll go up there and show him myself.
I'm sure you will.
Rekindling the Flame II. Of course, we have the luxury of fast travel between the 2 points. Makes it very, very easy for us to get around. Where am I going? Except for when I'm trying to figure out where the hell I'm going. Be the real issue.
I heard the Guardian saying we're supposed to grow our own food.
The victuals Martha sends us are more than enough for me.
Ah, yes, they get to live on their own, but they don't know how to live on their own. Or the worth of doing it for oneself.
Ah, Lord Rosfield. What brings you to Eastpool?
A delivery from Martha.
Gizzle green seeds. While chocobos adore gizzle greens, their human masters find them significantly less toothsome, turning to them only in times of hardship, most often after their faithful steeds have already been added to the pot.
These are Gazal green seeds. Martha's keen to cut the apron strings then, is she? I jest, of course. You see, I had thought we might be able to revive the old wheat fields, but they'd long since gone to seed, only without the seeds.
Martha was hoping he might be able to show the bearers how to plant and tend these, so that they'll be able to fend for themselves.
That's not a bad idea. These bearers had only recently escaped their bonds before we brought them here. They know little of freedom, of providing for themselves and their loved ones. Unless we teach them how to live like free men, I fear that all we have achieved in bringing them here is to exchange one master for another. Not that myself and the Guardians have been the best example to them so far, subsisting almost entirely on Martha's charity as we do. It's about time we all started to provide for ourselves, bearers and Guardians alike. Unfortunately, we've been a little too busy of late to focus on much besides bolstering our defenses. There have been alarming reports of...
The Horde is closing in. They're coming, so wait, all of them.
Damn it all, I thought we'd have more time. Gather the men in the square. Send to the rest for reinforcements.
Yes, Sir Wade.
The Horde.
A Kashek, a veritable legion of them. They've been seen prowling around the northern reaches for a while now. We don't have the numbers to hold back a swarm that size. I had hoped to build a perimeter wall so that myself and the Guardians might be able to defend the village, but...
Now you're out of time.
Precisely. If reinforcements from the rest arrive before they do, we may just scrape through, but I fear that's rather an enormous if.
What if you could call on reinforcements from Eastpool?
You mean the bearers? We brought them here so they might live, not die fighting for their lives.
So wait. You said you lack men to defend the village. Are the bearers not men? Do they not wish to see Eastpool saved? Though they may not be trained soldiers like your Guardians. What help they are able to offer could still prove the difference between victory and defeat.
You're right, my lord. I will appeal to them. My friends, I humbly beg your aid. We Guardians are few and our enemies many. but I swear we can defeat them with you at our side.
You would send us to the slaughter, to serve as bait for those fiends so that you and your men might be spared. And to think we trusted you. Say what you will. A home is not worth dying for.
But it is worth fighting for. Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance. Just like I do. Just like Sid does. We all wanted to give you a home where you could be free. And you got one, didn't you? This place, Eastpool. This is your village. Your home. And if you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right. This world wants to take everything from you. Everything. Your homes, your freedom, your very lives. So then, are you going to stand by and let that happen to you? Are you going to accept fate like good little Bran did and die, having never stood up for yourselves? Or will you fight like free men and women?
What are you doing?
All right. Give me a sword. I never dreamt I'd have a home of my own. And now that I have, I don't want to lose it. I will protect what's mine, or die trying.
We all will. Free men and women, fighting together. For Eastpool! For Eastpool! Thank you, Martha.
Don't mention it. Just promise me one thing. That you'll show them how freeborn fight.
Gladly.
To battle then.
Well, if it was numbers you were lacking, you certainly won't be now.
Thanks to you.
Me? Oh, I just love the sound of my own voice.
Lord Rosfield, my lady, we're ready.
So what's the plan of action?
We'll divide our forces into several small detachments, each made up of guardians, bearers, and guards from the rest. These will position themselves at strategic points around the village. Upon engaging with the Akashic, each detachment will keep the creatures occupied as best they can, steadily retreating all the while.
You're going to lure them into the village?
I am. We will have neither the time nor the resources to treat the wounded, so injuries must be avoided at all costs. Instead, we will focus purely on defense at first. By coordinating our withdrawal through the use of messengers drawn from among the bearers, we will aim to have the swarm converge at a point of our choosing. With luck, that point will be the village square, the perfect place for our most able warriors to surround them and fall upon them, and for you and I to finish them off.
A sound plan, but one that'll require a leader with a cool head and strong nerves to coordinate the retreat. I'd say you have both in abundance, Await, but you'll be needed. Please, leave the last of the fighting to me.
Ha! And let you have all the glory?
Sir Wade! They're here!
Then you know what you must do. We work together, everyone playing their part, each shielding the other that no man might fall, that Eastpool might live on. For Rosaria!
For Rosaria!
We've no time to argue, my lord. I'll do as you ask.
And I will do as you ask.
Suppose we'd better do our bit too then, eh?
Right you are, Martha.
The calm before the storm. And here it comes. I will not let this village fall.
I've been sent to work here. Wait, who hit me from the back, bro?
Too slow.
I'll build up my mega flare here. And then we'll start to go to work. Now, how does this work? Let's just use this. That worked. Are they alive still? Oh, we've got the other one. Oh, we got flyers. I guess I can't dodge towards them with that, though. That's the thing we're missing out on now. Just a little bit. Who's casting? Weird now, because I got to think like a pressing circle is the way of doing the ability. I did not mean to use that, but may as well take them out. They're only fairly small fry, I would say. Not kidding, I think I ruined my bomb at lasers. Oh, not flipping chocobos. I call the Kashik Raptors here. Oh no, they're not chocobos. Can't knock them down even if I try. Same as chocobos in that regard. Does this cool down fairly fast?
Farewell.
It does a lot of damage. Gotta get used to using it. That's for sure. Bring on more.
Looks like that's the last of them.
Lord Rosfield! Change of plan!
What is it?
Owl from the rest. An Akashic curl's been sighted on Rhiannon's ride and is headed in their direction.
Well, the better half of her guard is here. So wait, how many Akashic remain in East Pool?
Hard to say. My men are still facing some resistance, but I think the worst is behind us. I could order a detachment or two to fall back and...
No. Let them finish the job. You stay here too, Sir Wade. Your men need you. I'll go after the curl. Join me only when East Pool is won.
If you're sure, my lord. May the Founder protect you.
I'll be fine. I'm pretty sure anyway. Oh, in terms of distance, you of course are right in the middle. Meaning warping doesn't help me with either or.
Come to tell me an Akashic curl's heading towards the rest? Get yourself down there. We can handle things here.
On it.
Next one's mine. I might not know one end of a sword from the other, but I can roast the bastards.
All right, but stay with me. We fight as one.
Don't want to use too many spells though.
The curl was sighted on Rhiannon's ride back towards Martha's Rest.
Let's go. Run like the wind.
I needed to really run like the wind as well. The goblins are... They're blocking the road. I care not for you. I know my target be that thing over there.
There it is.
Oh, if I press circle twice it does a thing. Did it say that? I can just literally freeze it. Okay, I should... Never mind, I'm just an idiot. He wants to get hit a lot, for no reason. Go with the normal strategy until we knock him down. I really wanted to counter that with thingy. How do I start queuing up things now? Yeah. Still works.
All right. Back to Eastpool.
Lord Rosfield, the Curl, is it?
It's dead.
Thank the Founder for that. And for you, my lord. We were able to eradicate the rest of the Horde. I have guardians posted around the village to keep watch for further attacks, but all seems quiet for now. I hesitate to say it, but I think it might be over.
I think it might.
We did it. We saved Eastpool. Thank you, my friends. Thank you.
No, Sir Wade. It's us who should be thanking you. You brought us together. Showed us what it means to fight for what you hold dear.
We never had nothing to call our own before. We didn't know what it meant to protect it, but now we do. We really do.
Forgive us, Sir Wade. You and your people saved us, and still we doubted you. But there's no doubt in my mind anymore. We're free men now, so we have to start acting like it. We have to fight to protect what's ours, to protect Eastpool.
And we shall. We all shall. Together. This is our home. And if anyone or anything tries to take it away,
they'll have us to answer to.
Come on then. Let's get to work.
This village isn't gonna rebuild itself.
They're not slaves anymore.
no. They're Rosarians. Your father took pity on the bearer's plight, and I believe if he were still with us today, this is what he would have wanted.
I believe you might be right.
I shall remain here, my lord, and do what I can to help rebuild the village. After all, this is my home now too. And I could hardly call myself an Eastpoolian if I didn't pull my weight.
I think you'll find it's Eastpudlian, Sir Wade. But you should be proud all the same. I'll have to pull my weight too. Can't have the rest getting outclassed. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back.
Can we continue to count on your support, Martha?
Of course, and I'd be counting on yours too. Us Rosarians have got to stick together, haven't we?
Indeed we have.
And Clive, come by the Golden Stables when you get the chance. I ain't paid you for delivering them seeds yet.
All right. I will.
Lord Rosfield, do you remember our very first mission together? Clearing the goblins from the Stillwind marshes?
How could I forget?
There's one sight that I shall never forget. You, facing off against that giant Morble. Not a trace of fear on your face. Since that day, there have been more than a few times when I felt like giving up. When the odds seemed so stacked in the enemy's favor, I thought I may as well just lay down my sword and surrender. But every time, I would think back to the look in your eyes that day and remember what it means to be a shield. Know that whatever trials Eastpool may face, I shall never lose courage. Thanks to you.
So Wade, you have always been a true shield. I know that Eastpool, and indeed all of Rosaria, will be safe in your hands.
Thank you, my lord. I know the rest of the world will be safe in yours.
I'll do my best.
Why do the quests start sounding more final all the time, weirdly?
Thank you again for all you have done for me and mine, my lord. You may rest assured that Eastpool will be safe in my hands. Thanks to you.
We defended Eastpool once, and we can do it again, and again, and again!
Now don't go crazy though.
Thank you, my lord. You showed us what it means to fight for what's ours, and we shall strive to follow in your footsteps.
Right then, back to Martha's Rest, where I thought the quest was just delivering seeds. And then, all that time later...
The Guardians of the Flame were true friends to the rest. They fought our enemies, manned our barricades, joined us on our patrols. Now they're gone, I suppose it's back to double shifts.
It's all about the work.
The hero returns. It's lucky you came by when you did, eh? Not only did my seeds get delivered, but you went and saved Eastpool and all.
I just did what I could.
And it's only right that you get rewarded for it. Take it before I change my mind.
Thank you, Martha.
So, Eastpool's finally back on its feet again. And a home to free bearers. Who'd have thought we'd see the day, eh?
Well, it was your idea.
I know that, but I never stopped to think what it would mean. Bearers in charge of themselves, thinking for themselves, working for themselves. Like your Hideaway, but not even hidden away. Though I suppose the rest ain't much different nowadays. You know... bearers living free like that. Reminds me of when I first met Sid. Loath as I am to recall that particular day.
I take it you didn't always see eye to eye. What happened?
Well, if you really want to know, I started doing what I do long before I met Sid. In fact, that's how I met him. Or at least how he came to meet me. He showed up at the stables one day, asking questions about who'd been buying up bearers. Founder knows what he thought I was doing with them. Running a hunt, poking around in their innards. Something awful anyway. Me, I thought he was a new constable. Thought the game was up. but somehow we both managed to work out what each other was about. And before I knew it, the cheeky arse was rattling on at me about how I was doing it all wrong. After all my hard work. Told me I was giving them relief, but not freedom. That my bearers were still dying as slaves. Got right under my skin, it did. Told him if he didn't like it, he could bugger off and report me to the garrison. And do you know what he did? He smiled, and then he laughed. And then I did the same. We made a pact that day, that whenever one of us was in need, the other would always be there for him.
And you were?
Well, we both wanted the same thing. To make life better for bearers. Just like your dad. Do you know I was born right around the time Elwyn became Archduke? Growing up, I saw how he tried to change things. He certainly didn't lack for ambition, that one.
Indeed. But the loftier one's ambitions, the harder they are to achieve. Which is why those of us who follow in their footsteps need to finish what people like Sid and my father started.
Suppose you're right, aye. And if we don't manage it, there's always them who come after us. Good thing we've got a few half-decent sorts waiting in the wings, eh? It's almost enough to give you a little bit of hope.
Just a little.
Anyway, enough nattering. Better get back to work. Let's see about making everyone some dinner, shall we? The least the folks who saved Eastpool deserve is a hot meal. And you and me ain't gonna save the world on an empty stomach neither.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
And there we go. He rekindled the flame for the second time. Would have liked ability points, but I'll take that's quite a fair amount of experience. Martha's Rest signboard, the emblem of Martha's Rest, personal fiefdom of the Golden Stable's indomitable landlady. To those with no love for the Empire, the settlement stands as an island of safety in a sea of anything but. Well, that's it for another session. We've gained a new icon's power, defeated not one, but many horses, but he could just keep plopping them out. So, yes, Sleipnir is dead. But Odin remains, Zantetsuking me all the time. I hate the guy. But we're going to clash again in the future. That future may come next time. We'll see, because there's a lot of side quests on Final Fantasy 16. I'd say there's a bit of a gap now. It's winding up towards the end-ish. After all, one Mothercrystal remains. One icon? Yeah. Join me next time, we'll find out where this leads. I'll see you then for more. Bye-bye.